the story that we're about to share with you, and a bit of teaching on the Wolof, because the story is about something called Yekasina. For those who don't speak Wolof, it means I have arrived. I have arrived because whatever commodity you're providing, health or otherwise, it has to be where it's needed the most, and where it's needed the most is the last miles. And that's the reason why we came up with this very cool name called Yekasina. What we will be doing over the next couple of 45 minutes is to tell you a bit more about this initiative and every different angle. So I would like you to actually welcome on stage the star of the stories, and these are folks from Senegal. They're in the back. I'm here to facilitate the conversation. So guys, come on board and let's tell our story. Can you give me a round of applause? Now, you know, these guys are French speakers, but because we got a challenge yesterday from David, who suggests that we have 24 hours to learn how to speak English. And some of them have decided they will actually come to the challenge, David, and you will hear them actually speaking English in their own way, and every now and then I will jump in to translate to make sure they tell their story well. Yekasina, as you will hear over the next couple of 45 minutes, or 20, I guess, for the presentation, is really an initiative in Senegal that has started focusing on health commodities to the last mile. And then it becomes so successful to the extent that beyond just reproductive health commodities, the government decided to expand it to other health products. So this is not about reproductive health commodities, it's also other products, because ultimately, the ambition of the government to make these commodities, health commodities, available at the last mile all over the country. The second thing I wanted to say, which is extremely important in this initiative, is the fact that the way it has been successful is because it is all about increasing availability of health commodities by using third-party logistician, by better managing data, but more importantly also by making sure that we improve inventory at the service delivery level. So what you will hear over the next 45 minutes is starting with the National Pharmacy Company of Senegal to tell us what Yekasina is all about. What was the situation before? What is the situation now? What is the impact? But more importantly, going forward, what is that we can learn from that exercise? And you will hear from my good friend, Dr. Lamtoro, from the National Pharmacy Company. Second, as I mentioned earlier, data management is extremely important. And that's the reason why we'll have InterHealth to come in and PAP to tell us a little bit more in terms of how do we manage data in a sustainable manner, in a very reliable manner, as you will hear from Modibo and Papa telling us about data. Last but not least, we are lucky to have somebody from the Ministry of Health, Dr. Mangan, who's going to give us the big picture about the information system management within the ministry, but more importantly, going forward, if we're going to invent and implement VAN in Senegal, what will be the perspective? What's the opportunity? And that's something that goes beyond just the Yekasina, but look about Senegal as a whole and the big picture. So on that note, I'm going to ask Dr. Lamtoro to join me here and make this presentation, and we'll try to keep it as short as possible so we can take questions from the audience. Dr. Lamtoro, are you ready for the challenge to speak in English?
Yes,
Yes, go for it. David is watching, huh?
Yes.
All right, go for it.
I want to speak English to do my presentation. Mais so that?
Can I lend you this magic machine here?
Yes.
Go ahead.
But to explain very well, I want to do it in French. So that...
Oh, you are disappointing me. David, I'm going to lose some points for that, isn't it?
Well,
I've worked on this for 24 hours, so we can do it in English, huh?
We are in the healthcare.
On peut le faire en français.
On peut le faire en français.
Voilà.
Donc, on doit le faire en français.
Et moi, je vais traduire.
C'est pour permettre à tout le monde de bien comprendre.
Allez-y.
Parce que nous sommes dans un processus de transformation de la chaîne. Yexina, c'est en Wolof. Mais il faut savoir qu'aussi, au Sénégal, il y a d'autres dialectes. Donc, ce processus de Yexina sera traduit dans les autres dialectes lorsqu'on sera dans d'autres régions.
It is important to understand that Yekisina is in Wolof, but there are other dialects in Senegal outside of Wolof. So the plan is to translate Yekisina in other dialects to make it relevant to other languages in Senegal as well.
Ok, donc c'est pour dire que c'est tropicalisé. Pour dire aussi qu'au niveau du pays, nous ne travaillons pas en étant libre. Il y a des politiques, il y a la réglementation, et nous mettons en œuvre la politique du ministère par rapport à la disponibilité des produits de santé. Il y a ce qu'on appelle la politique pharmaceutique nationale. Notre mission au niveau de la pharmacie nationale d'approvisionnement, c'est l'accessibilité géographique et financière à toutes les couches de la population des médicaments et produits essentiels de qualité.
Well, it's important to understand Yekisina is not an isolated initiative. It works within the national framework of the country and the policy of Senegal that makes sure that what we do is consistent with our national pharmaceutical policy, but more importantly also the broader macroeconomic policy and plan of Senegal. So this is not an isolated initiative.
Et en lien direct et étroit avec ce qu'on appelle le plan Sénégal émergent,
Which is directly linked to the national economic plan of Senegal, which is to make Senegal an emerging economy for the next 20 years.
s'appuie sur une ressource humaine de qualité,
Which relies heavily on capable human resources to be able to make sure that we can get that emerging economy as soon as possible.
dont les deux leviers sont la formation et la santé.
And the two pillars that we're using is really health and training, which is extremely important in building capacities for Senegal.
Mais aussi, nous sommes dans un village planétaire, le monde qui est un village planétaire, sur lequel on a ratifié les objectifs de développement durable.
Well, we also belong to the global community, and therefore the issues about sustainable development goals are as important as the national policy of Senegal,
C'est traduit par un accès équitable à des soins de qualité.
which basically centers around universal and equitable access to quality care within the country.
Dans ce contexte, on a besoin de médicaments, de plus de médicaments au niveau des structures sanitaires.
Within that context, we need more medicine around the health centers across the country.
Mais aussi, nous avons besoin, en urgence, de mettre à disposition des produits de la structure sanitaire. C'était le cas de l'Ebola.
And that's the reason also there's an emergency to make sure that health products are available. And that was the case when we were faced with the Ebola, which is a crisis in the region.
Mais aussi, on a besoin de collecter les données à tous les niveaux, à temps réel, pour mesurer les impacts et les initiatives de santé qu'on est en train de développer.
And we need to actually collect data on a timely fashion, in an accurate manner, to make sure we have access to the situation, but also to the information on a timely manner.
Quatrième point qui est très important, qui n'est pas le dernier, mais c'est d'avoir un taux de satisfaction importante et à 100% dans toutes les structures sanitaires.
Obviously, last but not least, extremely important, we want to make sure actually we have a satisfactory rate as high as possible with regard to providing health facilities across the countries.
Ce qui est important, c'est de dire s'il n'y a pas de produit, il n'y a pas de programme, et s'il n'y a pas de programme, il n'y a pas de santé.
This is important message that we want to get across. If there's no product, there's no health. If there's no health, there's nothing.
Donc tout le système de santé repose sur la disponibilité des produits de santé au niveau des structures sanitaires.
And so all our health policy relies on the availability of health commodities at the health centers across the country.
Ok. Dans ce contexte aussi, on est revenu pour faire ce qu'on appelle notre diagnostic de la chaîne d'approvisionnement. Il est important de mesurer ce qu'on est en train de faire en termes de disponibilité sur toute la chaîne, pour décrire la performance de la chaîne.
So in line of that policy, the first step we have to take is to make sure we have a full picture of the supply chain system within the country, the situation that we're dealing with.
Donc ces situations, de manière répétée, ont été mesurées en 2004, en 2007, en 2008, en 2011, en 2013. On a essayé de revoir la performance de nos chaînes d'approvisionnement.
in that context, over the last couple of years, we've gone through our supply chain system and trying to measure the success and performance and impact.
Compte fait, lorsqu'on a identifié les goulots, on a voulu identifier les goulots et amener une réponse par rapport à ces goulots.
To that extent, we want to get a full picture of the situation and be able to provide some solutions in the health sector in Senegal with regard to supply chain.
Il faut rappeler que le Sénégal met en œuvre la politique de l'initiative de Bamako, qui est une politique qui tend à renouveler les stocks par recouvrement des coûts, ce qui a été initié en 1992.
All right, so say it again because it was too
Je
fast.
disais que la PNA, la Femme nationale d'approvisionnement, et le Sénégal mettent en œuvre la politique de l'initiative de Bamako.
There is a Bamako initiative.
C'est une politique qui tend à renouveler les stocks par le recouvrement des coûts.
Right, and there was a policy-based initiative about basically renewing the stock by recovering costs, and this is an initiative launched in Bamako called the Bamako Initiative.
Parce qu'il y a une participation de la population pour permettre une pleine disponibilité des produits au niveau PPS.
What makes it successful is the participation of the population to make sure that commodities, health commodities, are available where it's needed.
Et tout compte fait, les différents diagnostics de la chaîne d'approvisionnement a identifié 5 goulots qui sont là.
Bottom line, the diagnostic of the supply chain system in Senegal has identified 5 major challenges which I'm about to share with you.
Pourquoi il n'y avait pas de produits? Parce que les structures n'avaient pas assez de fonds pour venir acheter les produits, premièrement.
The reason why it was challenging is because the health facility did not have access to cash, to funding to be able to actually provide health commodities in a timely manner.
Second aspect, on avait un système d'information à la gestion logistique qui était défectueux, qui ne permettait pas d'avoir des consommations réelles au niveau des PPS pour avoir une bonne planification.
Second, there was the poor data management within the supply chain with regard to our health community, which allows us to properly manage and anticipate needs.
Le troisième, qui influence le second, c'est la non-maîtrise de la gestion des stocks au niveau des facilities.
The third one, which is important, is the fact that we're not actually controlling inventory in a way that allows us to anticipate needs as they come along.
Second aspect non négligeable, c'est que les structures sanitaires n'avaient pas de moyens de transport pour venir enlever les produits au moment de la réception.
And then the other thing which is extremely important is a lack of transportation means, which allows this health facility to be able to actually collect the commodities when it's needed.
Les deux autres sont des aspects géographiques liés à la distance, mais aussi liés un peu à l'enclavement, liés aux îles, liés aux montagnes et autres. Voilà les 5 points.
And the two other challenges that's equally important, it's about distance and isolation. The country is big enough. There are places that are in remote areas.
Dans ce contexte, on avait des ruptures fréquentes au niveau des structures sanitaires. Voilà un cliché qu'on ne doit pas voir.
And this is really the kind of image we don't want to see across our health centers when it comes to stock out.
Donc, pour vous montrer, les études qui ont été démontrées, en 2011, il y avait 30% des produits PF. Lorsqu'on a fait le diagnostic, 30% de besoins qui étaient exprimés non satisfaits. En 2013, lorsqu'on a voulu un peu faire notre plan stratégique, il y avait 40% des structures sanitaires qui n'avaient pas la disponibilité de la gamme PF. 80% des structures sanitaires étaient en rupture, dont 60% étaient en rupture parce que les produits existaient au niveau central ou bien au niveau régional et n'existaient pas dans les structures sanitaires. Donc, en amenant une réponse à ces problèmes, on allait régler le problème de la disponibilité au niveau du PPS.
Without repeating what he said, if you look at the screen, you see the data with regard to the situation in terms of access to health commodities.
Okay. Contrairement à l'Afrique du Sud, à certains pays, nous avons un système à 4 niveaux. C'est le niveau central, le niveau régional, le niveau district et le niveau PPS. Pour rappel, un peu des chiffres au niveau de la PNA, nous avons 11 familles régionales d'approvisionnement, on a 66 districts sanitaires, on a 89 centres de santé, on a 1250 postes de santé et on a 2076 cases de santé.
You expect me to repeat that?
Ok, c'est ça. No problem. Mais tout compte.
I think what's important to mention here is just to say that the way our health sector is managed is at 4 different levels. There's something at a national level,
Okay.
at the regional level, at the district level.
Okay.
And that's really what's important to mention here in terms of the way we organize our health center.
Ok, voilà ce qu'on faisait. On venait enlever, la case venait enlever au niveau du poste, le poste venait enlever au niveau du district, le district à la PRA et la PRA magasin central. Donc là, il faut transformer la chaîne d'approvisionnement pour que ces produits soient disponibles. Et voilà la transformation qui se fait. Ici, la priorité Yexina, c'est que en fait, c'était à eux de venir enlever les produits au niveau supérieur.
All right, and this is where we came from. It's a very complex setup, moving to a much more simplified setup which makes access easier.
Okay. Pour amener les produits, donc ça veut dire que pour identifier tous les gros détanglements, on a amené des réponses. Ces réponses, le poste de santé ne vient plus au niveau du district. Donc,
And so we actually brought up some solutions, and then the solution is that the health center, they don't have to come to the district anymore in actually collecting the health commodities.
Donc c'est le district qui amène au niveau poste de santé à travers un opérateur privé. C'est l'opérateur privé. Donc nous avons développé un partenariat privé qui permet chaque mois de mettre à disposition au niveau des PPS par rapport aux consommations qui ont été mises et qu'auparavant le poste de santé ne veut plus acheter. On met à disposition tous les produits de santé dont il a besoin. Et je continue, c'est 118 produits dont il a besoin. Lorsqu'on fait tri la liste des médicaments essentiels,
and so in order to actually facilitate the availability of medicine, we're using actually third-party logistics, which basically allows to be able to private sector partnership to make these actually commodities available where it's needed at the district.
Okay, c'est ça. Before, the PRA met à disposition au niveau du district sanitaire les 350 produits dont il a besoin. Et aussi, avant, la PNA met à disposition.
So the district have about 350 products that are actually needed.
Okay.
Through this partnership we build with the private sector, we'll be able to make sure those products are available where they're needed.
Okay, de ce fait, on aura levé le problème lié à la disponibilité des fonds. On a levé le problème lié aux transportation et on aura levé le problème lié à une bonne quantification parce que c'est le niveau supérieur qui accompagne.
And by doing so, we're able actually to address challenges with regard to transportation, availability, but also the funding gap that we have in the health facilities.
OK. Et de ce fait, voilà les résultats qui sont attendus. On voudrait 98% de disponibilité de la gamme. On voudrait aussi que la logistique soit disponible au niveau régional pour faire une planification. Parce que en matière d'approvisionnement, tout est planification. Planification dans l'acquisition, planification dans la distribution et planification dans la remontée, la cote, l'analyse des données.
And thanks to the system I have just described, it has yielded some impact, particularly with regard to availability of medicine. And all of this is due to a better planification system we have in place.
Okay. De ce fait, nous aurons 95% en termes de promptitude et en complétude. Et c'est là où on vient pour mettre en œuvre notre van.
Right, and then it has basically led to the impact that you see there, 98% of availability of medicine and tracing in health facilities. Okay. And that's where the van makes perfect sense.
Et on aura identifié, on a comme objectif et résultat d'avoir une augmentation de 30% du chiffre d'affaires qui permettrait un peu un autofinancement du système.
All right, so our basically objective is to reach about 30% increase of accessibility at the district level.
Oui.
Right.
Parce qu'on voudrait que notre chaîne s'autofinance, on voudrait que l'apport de l'extérieur soit orienté ailleurs, mais que notre chaîne logistique soit robuste et qui s'autofinance.
Our objective is to reach sustainability in our supply chain system whereby the resources that come from outside are directed elsewhere.
La contribution de tous les acteurs. OK, ici, on avait, en décembre, le ministère a commandité un peu dans la mise en œuvre du Yexina de regarder la disponibilité des produits dans une région difficile, c'est la région de Tambacounda, région éloignée, difficile, où il y a de grosses distances et il y a des montagnes.
We've commissioned a study just to kind of get a sense of the impact of Yakasina across the country, particularly in areas that are considered remote and difficult, and this is what came out of it.
Okay, c'était en décembre 2000, où lors de la couverture de la première phase, avec ces 52 produits de santé, on a identifié 22 produits sur lesquels on a fait l'analyse.
So we've looked at about 22 products that we've done the analysis just to see the situation before and after Yakasina.
On a fait regarder la disponibilité. Avant, c'était 44%.
Right, so before Yakasina, it was about 44%.
Mais le jour de la visite, les postes de santé qui ont été visités voient la disponibilité des 22 produits de santé. Donc sur ces 22 pôles de santé, il y a 100% dans le district de Bakel, il y a 98% dans le district de Djanké, le district de Koupentoum, il y a les 7 districts de Tamba.
All right, and then the impact basically unveil the following impressive performance numbers, which is before 45%, and in all these remote areas, it has been at least a minimum of 95%.
Ça, c'est dans le PPS, mais nous avons 100% de disponibilité dans les dépôts districts.
All right, so can we clap that?
Voilà ce que je voulais partager avec vous, tout en laissant le soin à Modibo de montrer que le système d'information est important et je crois qu'on est en train de vérifier.
Thank you very much. Can you just give a round of applause, Santo? We're now going to address an important point of the story of Senegal, which is about data management, and the best part of it, I don't even have to translate because Modibo speaks good English. So Modibo, take it on from here.
Lamtoro is a very passionate person for Yexina. He is our ambassador within PNA. So let me try to explain the information system that has been put in place within the Yexina. And that information system has radically transformed the way data is collected, the way data is flowing, the way data is analyzed, and the way data quality is verified. Regarding data collection, rather than having over 1,400 nurses filling paper forms at the end of the month, we have a handful of employees from 3PL operators visiting health facilities, delivering products, and capturing data on tablets that are connected to internet. And when they capture the data, that data is uploaded on a web platform and is made available throughout the health system at all levels. And at all levels, managers are analyzing the data for their own purposes. National departments and health programs, they are interested to know how the country is reaching its health objectives and how to make informed policy decisions. PNA is using now consumption data from delivery level to make forecasting rather than sales data from regional branches. So the forecasting is more accurate. And regional teams also make analysis to see whether their health programs are reaching their objectives. Data quality is a matter of concern for us, really. And we send regularly teams to regions to audit data. And they do that in all districts, but only in 1/3 of service delivery points, where they cross-check the data that is recorded with the data that has been uploaded on the platform. And if the discrepancy is more than 5%, then the whole data set is corrected and harmonized. And the regional team, which go together with the audit team, is tasked to do the same correction in the rest of the 2/3 of the SDPs that have not been audited. And we have also external audits by independent auditing firms that are appointed by our donors to check what we are doing. And you can see, we cannot say that we have put a good system in place, it's working, and we are done. No. People make mistakes, you can see. They make mistakes, and people change. So there is no way. We will always have to do data audit, data correction, supervision, and make sure that our data is accurate. And so far we have succeeded. As you can see, the result from the external audit from Health and Development Solution appointed by the Gates Foundation. They found that our data is more or less accurate. We still have rooms for improvement in terms of standard operating procedures, in terms of analyzing root cause of stockouts, and in terms of involving national stakeholders in the M&E system. We have made progress in some areas in inventory management, last mile engagement, and data accuracy, but we still have outstanding issues with health health system stakeholders, how to get them more involved in the analysis, with private operators, how to make sure that data remain accurate while we are scaling up from 10 to 100 products, and with the system itself. There are still problems with the information system itself. And we have many challenges ahead of us
Right.
to ensure accurate and timely reporting, to ensure data quality, to reduce turnover of the staff, and to build capacity and to involve stakeholders in the system. But these problems are life, and they are the fuel that power us toward progress. Thank you.
Modibo, before you move to the next one, let me ask you a question. Yes. From what you have just described so far, what is the big lesson you learned from data management as regard to Yakasina?
The big lesson, I've said it, is that you can never say you have a wonderful system and let's go to the beach. There are beautiful beaches in Senegal.
I like that.
You have always to be there to attend to it.
Right.
And the second thing is that we have to bring national stakeholders to the state where they are not waiting for us to chew data and give them the information to swallow. We want themselves also to access to the platform, get the data, and analyze themselves. These are the two lessons.
If you were to do something differently, what would you do differently from what you've done so far in data management?
Nothing. I will add vaccines to the group of products we are.
Excellent. Thank you very much. I like that. Now, we cannot complete our story without really giving the perspective of the Minister of Health of Senegal, which is going to look at the big picture about information system management in Senegal, but more importantly, going forward, what is the perspective for VAN? So welcome Dr. Mangan for the Minister of Health. Dr. Mangan.
Thank you very much.
Oh, I love the challenge to David in English, huh?
My challenge, is to speak in English. You heard French, a good English, a poor English now. But there are slides who can support me. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, Ministry of Health, with result after PNA, National Pharmaceutical Supply, reached, and after IPM result, want to go away further, plus loin.
Well, go a little bit further than actually what the story has heard, right?
Yeah, okay. But we have some problems about many information systems who have occurred in the supply chain without coordination, without integration. And we have to build a system who coordinate, who integrate all information system for decision maker want to support and to build a very strong supply chain system. And we need very strong information to make decision. And you see in the slide the 4 levels. In each level, we have a system, and the main system is DHIS2. It's the main system on
Information system.
information health system. And we have to integrate all supply system, information system with DHIS2. Okay. Our vision, National Pharmaceutical Policy, Dr. Lamtoro set to the objective to have a full availability and geographical, economic accessibility of essential medicine for all across the country. It's a challenge. And PNA is to have the responsibility to implement that national policy, and we will have to survey the indicator like availability of product and availability of integrated data. Our role for strengthening the system is to, our objective, implement an efficient system and take a strategic piloting of this system. And we have to support, the Ministry of Health have to support and facilitate implementation by PNA. And the piloting is about a review of achievement and strategic piloting, decision, continuous improvement. In that, one can be a good approach to have this implementation to address the people and strategy and processes. Okay, now what we want is going forward. Going forward, we are looking to develop a common approach. Like I said, not only focus in information system, but on people, on organization, on processes and governance. It's the vision of his ministry. And information system, the question is to make operability between all systems, to have data consolidation and master development plan. Process governance, design the governance of strong supply chain, and have processes, decision-making, dashboard. I was very interested by dashboard yesterday because we want a strong dashboard to make decision. People organization, we have to reinforce the human resource, talent pool. We have to scope of responsibility and a chart about supply chain organization. It is the vision of Ministry of Health to support PNA and IPM for go forward to implement a system like VAN, because we want YEXINA with a strong strategy will be l'exemple. We want to make of YEXINA an example in the world. Thank you very much.
Thank you.